Hey guys, it's pleasure having Masud here on our call. We had a third podcast here, and we got a founder from a project called Winked. So Masud Farshori is CEO and founder. Is that correct, Masud?
Yeah, thank you for having me over. Yeah, that's correct. I'm the founder of Vent.io, and I'll be happy to take this interview forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, looking forward to having like an exciting talk with Masud about like everything related to the project itself and also crypto, AI, and all the possibilities and prospects. And by the way, first, let's talk about your personal journey, Masud. So how did you end up in Vink.io? So I heard that you graduated from McGill University and also worked in a official tax department in Pakistani. So how did that transition happen to you? How did you make it to the crypto industry?
Right. I came in this industry back in 2016, roughly. I mean, I started looking at everything in the charts and all the tech that was available at that time. Ethereum was new. Bitcoin has gained its initial traction. I was working in the tax department. I wanted to, exit the matrix. I had that in my mind. I wanted to, liberate myself from everything. So I saw this as the freedom, as the exit from the conventional lifestyle. So that's
Right.
what actually brought me to crypto initially.
But it was really early, like 2017, I believe, 2018.
Yeah, 2016 to 2017. I mean, it was mostly in the conceptual era in that phase, and not a lot of products were built on the EVM chain. Bitcoin itself was mostly just a store of value and a concept that was growing on people.
So how the landscape changed during that time frame. So what did you remember from, from those good old days?
Yeah, I mean, everything has changed and the industry has evolved, and more and more people came on the bandwagon. Institutional investors have entered the market, and you saw governments entering the market as well. So this is just an exponential growth that we're seeing, and it's probably just the beginning.
Okay. I also heard a story, an interesting one, that you lost actually 26 Bitcoins while trading back in 2018. Well, I assume it was not that much as of today, but yeah, what?
Yeah, yeah, I actually did lose 26 bitcoins, but it was mostly because I was looking at the industry very differently at that time. I underestimated the power of communities. I underestimated the power of user engagement on social media. I was mostly focused on tech at that time. I was like, anything that's related to tech would be the winner in the long run. But when I started understanding the industry, I realized it's a mix of everything. So I did lose a lot of money at that time, but because of that, I transformed myself and built myself in a way that brought me here where I am today. So I think everything happens for a reason. So that was actually a good thing for me in the long run, I believe.
And what were you chasing back then? So uh, I feel
So at that time, I mean,
yeah.
early 2018, after the bull run, I had like 20, 25, 30 bitcoins in my net worth, and then I converted everything to Bitcoin for a while. But then there was new technology that was coming. For example, you must have heard about Ray blocks. I invested a little bit on that, and there was a hack on BitGrail. A lot of money was stolen from there. Some of my bitcoins were lost from that exchange. So that's when I realized you have to move away from the centralized players as well. So that's when DeFi and everything was building up as well, and Uniswap was new at that time. There were other exchanges coming in. So yeah, that. I mean, shit happens.
Yeah, like a Wild West back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But so are you like more like a corporate, like play it safe guy, or like a kind of risky engineer, finance?
Yeah.
Five.
You know, I'm a risky sort of guy, right? I take risks. So sitting in this industry itself is a risk, according to most of the conventional people, right? DeFi itself is a risk for people.
Yeah,
So I mean,
absolutely. That's why I'm asking. It's kind of high risk playground, this field.
Yeah, it is high risk, but high risk, high reward, and there's huge structural
Sure.
gap in DeFi. DeFi is the backbone of crypto, to be honest. And without DeFi, I don't see crypto growing at this pace. If right now we have DeFi, people have access to their funds. They have access to all the products and services available on chain. This is a big innovation itself. It's as big as Bitcoin in my opinion. The biggest thing that Ethereum did to this industry was that it introduced DeFi. So it's definitely risky for conventional investors, but in the long run, when tech is getting better, security and safety is getting better, on-chain asset management is getting better. People's funds are safe on-chain. People have seen for years and years that on-chain asset management is an important aspect of this industry, and it's evolving in that direction. So this is just a start. It will grow, and it will exponentially grow in this direction.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm asking that because, starting your own company like Vinx is a huge risk by itself. And, without a team, you managed to raise like 130K from like...
Yeah. That was 2021, end of 2021. So there was a bull run in 2021. A lot of projects raised money. That's when I decided. I said, this industry has a great future. Why not just go all in and build something here? Because I had the understanding, the technological understanding of this industry. I'm the sort of guy who's self-taught. So I did my own research on different tools of the industry. Like, I started playing with Remix ID. I started using Truffle. I use all of these development tools. Tried to build something myself and play around. The most important thing is that the industry is open source. So everything is available on GitHub. You can play around with different codes. You can see how they're working. So that's how I started, building. And at the initial phase, we didn't have anything, right? We just had a landing page. We're completely bootstrapped in that sense, right?
Wow.
We didn't have anything, and we raised money from friends and family. At that time, they believed in us because a lot of people who know me, they know my work ethics. That when I get into something, I never quit. I just keep on going. Even with this company, we've been working for like 2.5 years, and now we're raising. I mean, now's the time that we actually got money from institutional investors. So we had to prove ourselves. We had to prove our presence. We had to prove our product market fit. We had to prove everything. So. That's how we started. I mean, I was alone in 2022. We hired we started building our team. We had limited funds. We kept on pivoting. We had to find the final version of our vision and then build on that. And now we have a ready product. We have index and leverage tokens on chain. We have built on Arbitrum, on BNB chain. Everything is live. Our application is live. We have a team. We got backing from IBC Group. So no looking back now.
Yeah, so just push forward, I guess. And by the way, what problem, so talking about the product, the technology, so what problem does Vinx actually solve? So why it is important in today's crypto landscape?
Right. Yeah. The thing is that a lot of people in the conventional market, they want to enter crypto, but they feel reluctant to enter because of the nature of this industry, and then the bad reputation that this industry has earned over the years because of the hacks and everything. People want to enter this space. They don't have that sort of entry point in a decentralized environment. That's the gap that we found. A lot of people, they start their crypto journey with centralized exchanges. We want to change that. We want people to come to our application. We have a one-stop shop where they will have access to all of the products and services the industry has to offer, and they can trade their assets, take advantage of the AI tools we're building, at the same time buy and sell all of the structured products that we have. So it's more like a one-stop shop for people who want a safe and secure environment, who want to know what they're doing in the industry. Because a lot of people, they see the crazy gains of crypto, like 200x, 100x. They just want to come in, make money, but they don't realize that it's like finding a needle in the haystack. and there are so many, like millions of projects now. So you have to
Exactly.
find the right products, right things. So we want to facilitate our users in that direction.
I'm asking that because many, DeFi products are quite difficult sometimes, and it is quite hard for traditional investors as well. So, how does Ving make DeFi more accessible?
Right. So, we currently have a DAO that we've made. There's a huge code at the back end. We have underlying protocols attached to it. We have 0x, we have Aave, we have Uniswap, PancakeSwap. All of these things are attached. This is very difficult for a non-tech savvy person who's new to the industry to use all of these. We've created a one-stop shop solution where they can just do one click and have access to all of these tokens. So that's how we've made it accessible by making it easier for the user, making the user interface better, working more on the Web3, making it's not just the back end technology, because no one is actually seeing what's at the back. That's supposed to be there. You have to do that, but at the same time, you have to facilitate the users to make it more user friendly and accessible. And at the same time, they can buy and sell whenever they want. It should be available 24/7. There shouldn't be no lag in your asset management techniques.
So it seems like you are supporting quite heavily like utility-based projects.
Definitely.
Like DeFi products, they remain highly speculative sometimes. A lot of scams in this field. I'm not touching that. So how does things like combat this issue?
Yeah, there are scams everywhere, scams in the industry, scams outside the industry, the many problems, but that doesn't stop DeFi from growing. Currently, as you said, that DeFi is not safe for people, but we have an audited code. We have this code has been tested in the market for like
the audit.
Yeah, it's by Open Zeppelin and all of the big names. We have those reports available. So the code that we're using, it's audited. Everything is safe and secure for users. But industry is evolving. There might everything might be safe for like 20 years. There might be some small glitch you find after 20 years, and then you need to fix that. But that doesn't make the funds unsafe on chain. So the safe this is actually the safest thing out there, because when you give your money to a centralized exchange, you're actually giving your money to someone else to trade. Here we are relying completely on self-custody. If you have your money, it's going to be in your custody, your wallet, your MetaMask, whatever wallet you're using is going to be inside there, and you have access to all of the. So we're actually linking the benefits of decentralized and centralized industry by giving an experience of centralized environment to our users without actually making them, forfeit access to their assets.
Another question that I have in my mind. So I heard that your platform includes index and leverage tokens. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So how do they actually add real value to users?
Another problem in the industry is that a lot of people hold assets on different chains. So if you're familiar with on-chain transactions, you realize that if you have, let's say, Polygon on Arbitrum chain, it's stuck there. You need gas fees. You need to transfer it to other chains. You need to bridge. Yeah. So there are many complications. A person who's not using on-chain products doesn't understand that there are many issues with the management of assets on-chain. You need to pay gas fees in the native chain, then you have to transfer it to the other one. The value that we are adding is that we are combining everything together and eliminating this problem. Where people have multiple seeds, multiple chains. If, for example, if you hold an index of 10 tokens, instead of buying like 10 different tokens, paying gas fees 10 times, and then, monitoring all of these assets, you just invest in the blue chips, the blue chip index. And for example, we have platform index tokens. So there are different platforms that have launched their own token. So a user can come and have access to all of these. Everything is real value here, because what actually happens is the protocol that we've built, it takes all the assets and it mints a token for you. And when you sell it, it gives you the assets back. So it's 100% collateralized. All the money is actually being stored on chain. So for example, if you have your funds on, I mean, I don't want to name any centralized exchange, but let's say if it's on a centralized exchange, you feel you have $20,000 there, but you probably don't. The same thing happened to me in BitGrail. I thought I had Bitcoins there. And the next day I hear in the news that the exchange has become insolvent. The FTX, what did you see? So I don't have anything against the centralized exchange. They're an integral part of this industry as well. But I personally feel that in the long run, people are going to get away from these things and move towards self-custody, DeFi. It's going to be easier for them to manage assets, and that's what we're trying to help them with.
Basically, you're trying to tokenize tokens?
In a way, yes. I mean, if you want to say it that way, but for example, we have a basket index token, right? So this basket token index token is actually collateralized by the underlying asset. So it has Bitcoin 25%, Bitcoin 25%, Ether, USDT, and 25% BNB.
So it's like preparing the dish, from different.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to facilitate people. Because they don't know that, they have in what chain they have to keep their assets, and then they have to transfer it. They need gas fees, and so everything is being done in a single place. And this is just one of the products we have. So at a later stage, we're going to have our own wallet. We're going to have our own, aggregator or DEX, where users can have access to all of these features in a one stop. And for the AI part, I mean, I'll wait for your questions on that.
Yeah, I see. But what's stopping competitors, from copying your model? Why?
They can copy. Anyone can copy. Yeah. This is the good thing about this industry. I mean, if you are knowledgeable enough and if you understand what you're doing, go ahead. Everything is available on GitHub. No one's stopping anyone. So
you're really open about that.
Yeah. So anyone, if someone wants to copy us, it's okay. I mean. That's how the industry is growing, right? Open source, the benefit of open source is that you can copy anything from anyone and then you build on that. And that's how most of the projects build. I mean, there are billions of dollars worth of projects with their tokens at multi-billion market cap, and they're all forks. For example, there are decentralized exchanges that have completely copied the code. So this is part of the industry. If someone can do better than me, I think they deserve to take this forward.
Okay, so let's talk now about the AI. So sometimes it's just the marketing buzzword. So how do you prove that AI and Vint is actually creating value, add something new?
Yeah. So the vision that we have for this whole ecosystem is that we want to facilitate our users in the best possible way. And for that, we need information from users. For example, what their risk appetite is, what they expect in return from the industry, what they're looking for, and the risks associated to this. I want to make sure that anyone who joins our ecosystem understands what they're signing up for. So, for example, if a user comes in and he says that I don't have a very high risk appetite, I want to play it safe. So we're going to have different AI agents that are going to facilitate these users in carrying out these transactions. So it's more like an asset manager. The asset manager in this case is going to be your AI smart agents, and these AI smart agents are going to scrape data from third party, including on-chain data from different whale. For example, there's a whale movement. There's a lot of money being moved to the exchange. There's going to be a dump pressure. The price is going to fall. So all of these things which are not available to a conventional investor, we're going to facilitate them with all of these. Apart from that, for example, Donald Trump tweeted about something, or let's say some other event happens in politics, or SEC is doing something. We want to facilitate the users and make them informed about everything that's happening in the market. For that, we have these AI agents. Initially, these AI agents are not going to do the choice.
No, go on, please.
I was just saying that initially, these AI agents, they will not carry on-chain transactions for users, but at a later stage, we're going to optimize them to do that too. Initially, at the initial phase, it's mostly going to be information being provided to users to manage self-custody.
So they are like AI agents. They are not AI agents, right?
I mean, they are going to evolve in AI agents because eventually they will carry out a transaction for users once we have everything in place. So the initial step, the first step is to get information from third party and facilitate the users with that, and after that, build on top of that. If users sign up for it, if users want these AI agents, because a lot of people, they don't want even AI agents to do transaction for them. So we have to find a middle ground for everyone. This is an app for everyone. Someone who wants to keep self custody, someone who wants to outsource their transactions to AI agents. So it depends. It actually depends what the users are looking for.
And by the way, do you believe that AI could manage assets better than humans in the future?
Definitely. I mean, we have our limitations. Everything is based on data, information. We also make decisions based on information that we have. So we process that, and of course, there are many things going on in our mind. We tend to take decisions emotionally as well sometimes. So these aspects are going to be removed from the AI agent. So, but you have to build them in a way that because all of these AI agents, they need some sort of information, some feedback. Even with Chat GPT and all of the tech that we're seeing right now, you need information from third party. So it can be manually input, or it can be extracted from other sources. This is actually going to be more sophisticated with time. So of course, who knows? Probably in like a few years, AI agents are definitely going to be doing better than us. But the technology is evolving, and we have to make sure that the priority is users' funds being safe. So we want to evolve with the market rather than just trying to be a step ahead and making our investors suffer because of that.
In your opinion, what's the next big thing, the next big trend in DeFi that you see, like in maybe 3 years or 5, or maybe like upcoming 2 or so?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, what I see is that DeFi is going to be similar to centralized staking platforms, similar to centralized exchanges. Probably you're going to be able to, connect your bank account, everything to your DeFi ecosystem. There are going to be AI agents that are going to be doing transactions for you and probably doing better than you at some stage.
You are for decentralized future.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're entering the era of decentralized economy, and people, even fintech companies, if they don't introduce these decentralized tools to their product, they're going to suffer because we saw fintech creating a space for them in the conventional banking sector because the conventional banking system was not actually willing to change themselves. So if fintech companies are not going to go towards crypto, for example, you see Revolut is going towards crypto. The main reason why they got latest user adoption was because they're going crypto. So if they don't go towards DeFi in the long run, they're going to suffer.
And are centralized solutions going to stay?
Centralized solutions are going to stay to an extent because a lot of people who enter the market, because it's something that has a first mover advantage, you can't eliminate them right away. For example, Bitcoin. Why is Bitcoin standing out against all of the assets? This is because of the community, the acceptance, the first mover advantage. The Ethereum, you see, it has high gas fees, it has many problems. There are many L2s that probably give them, but because it has the first mover advantage of high liquidity, people still opt for Ethereum. So there you go. The centralized would be there, but their importance would decline as DeFi takes over.
Coexist, maybe, like
I mean, they would exist. They would exist. It's not like they would just disappear.
No, I mean coexist, like
coexist. But probably, but the percentage of users would keep on declining.
Okay, gotcha. Let's talk about the newcomers. So I got like maybe 2 closing questions, so to say. So if you could give one piece of
Oh, it
advice
was
to
so quick.
newcomer.
I mean, I thought we just spent like 10 minutes.
No, it's like about 30 minutes or so.
Oh, awesome.
Our talk is going very smoothly.
Yeah, we can go on for like another hour.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So yeah, let's talk newcomers. So if you like meet a newcomer and they are not, they have no clue how to start. So what one piece of advice you would give to them when in terms of DeFi, what would it be?
In terms of DeFi, I mean, for me, I mean, if someone is coming in, I would recommend them to be safe. That's very important. Rather than being greedy and going for options that if something is too good to be true, it really is. If something feels that that you're going to get like crazy profit somewhere, you have to understand why is there this profit there, why is this option available to me and not to others. So my recommendation to anyone who's coming into crypto in general is to understand, to educate yourself, rather than just being in putting your money and dumping in somewhere. It's better to educate yourself and understand the industry, understand what decentralized products are, understand what centralized products are, and what the risks are using the centralized exchanges or like centralized staking platforms. What are the risks in DeFi? What are the risks? So if let's say if a DeFi has millions of dollars and it's been there for like 6-7 years, there's a reason that money has not been stolen, because if there was some weakness in the DeFi code, the money would have been gone. If Uniswap pools were compromised, the industry would have not been what it is right now in terms of the decentralized exchange trade. So if someone can hack a Uniswap pool, he would have hacked by now, because I'm sure a lot of people, they tried to do that. So weakness in DeFi is visible right away. But weakness in centralized product is not visible. If you give your money to someone, they might be doing okay with it for like a while, and after that they hurt you in some way.
Yeah, so basically it's like
educate yourself,
self-custody, but
understand the industry, understand what it means to be a retail investor in this industry, because they should know what is going on in the seed round, what is going on in the market making. They should know what is going on in in the back what it means. What does it mean if some project is getting backers or advisors, like what are their stakes, who is going to be the exit liquidity at what state, what is the exit liquidity, because at the end of the day, the money that you take out from crypto is someone else's money that they've put in there, right? So
yeah, in a way.
So these important information, all of this should be available to users, and they should know what they're opting for, and they should understand that if let's say there's a big market cap token, for example, let's say Ethereum's there, that the price is not going to go minus 30% or minus 40%. It's not going to be like that. So they should know that if there are less gains with the blue chips, then the losses are less as well. So they need to assess their risk profile. They need to assess what they're willing to lose. They say don't invest in crypto what you're not willing to lose. I completely disagree with that, because
why?
Because if you have invested in, let's say, some other place, you might face losses there too. I mean, losses are part of every investment. But it doesn't mean that whatever you're putting in crypto is going to go to zero. Ethereum is not going to zero. Bitcoin is not going to zero. We all know that. So if people
always find a way, to stay afloat at least, or jump
exactly. I mean, what we want users to understand is that all the money that's being invested in crypto is not going to zero, and you should not invest money in stuff that is going to zero, because there are so many meme coins out there, so many non-utility. Why am I a strong sorry, I want to just add this before you ask one more question. Why am I a big advocate of utility? Because utility leads to a revenue stream. Without revenue, no project can survive. I mean, for example, we have a revenue stream of obtaining fees from these leverage products or index products. We have like a streaming fees module, like 1.25% per year that is going to be deposited to us. So you have to have that sort of, you cannot rely purely on token and speculation, people coming in, pumping, and, the token just goes to zero. I mean, you saw in meme tokens with Trump and Melania as well. It's going down. So it might go up again, who knows? But it's still, it has a downwards trajectory. If you have utility, you have use case, for example, let's say a use case of Ethereum, it is being used in gas fees. So many products have built there. They will keep on giving you gas fees. So this is a recurring revenue that you're going to earn. They're not reliant on selling their token. So if a project is reliant on selling their token in the market and dumping and extracting liquidity from the market, I believe that project will die at some stage. It has no future.
Okay, this is really interesting, to hear your thoughts regarding that. So, one last question I have left. So how do you see Ving in 5 years? So what's your maybe ultimate goal here?
Right. So, I mean, at this stage, what we're doing is building a one-stop shop. This application is going to give access to all of the DeFi tools to users. They can access index leverage. They're going to do trades here. They're going to have access to AI agents in the application. Our VGT governance token is going to be the ecosystem currency that is going to allow users to have access to all of these tools, these AI tools. So, I mean, the long-term vision is to evolve, work more on the AI side as well, keep on facilitating the users and making sure that they get what they opt for. So we're going to have this information extraction from users that we're going to input in our AI agents that is going to facilitate them and make them profitable. In the long run, we plan, if everything works out like we want, we would also go towards building our own blockchain, because that is the ultimate goal for any product that is going to who wants to exist in this environment in the long run and be profitable and have growth, because we want other people to come to our vision as well and build different AI and DeFi projects. So it's more going to be more or less going to be like, everyone is at this stage trying to attract more projects to their vision. Like we see in Injective, we see in Mantra, we see even Uniswap launched their own blockchain. So launching your own blockchain actually allows other projects with similar vision to join the bandwagon, and
right.
they can build on top of that. I mean, it's I can personally build a blockchain myself. I don't need any developer. Also, I mean, you can just go and use Cosmos SDK and build like an L2 or something, whatever you want. But important thing is you need to have that user base first, and you need to prove yourself in the market. So we want to do that first, and then go towards building our own blockchain.
Wow, that's super exciting. Okay, thank you, Masud, for having
thank you for having me.
Nice and profitable talk. It's been a pleasure. Looking forward to hearing more from you guys. And guys, if you're still watching, we have a nice talk with Masud Farshori, founder of Ving.io project. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, Masud. So see you soon, man. Good luck.
Good luck, man. Thanks.